Okay, hello there. It is me, Ontario Jones, back again for the second part of the discussion on the 1928 Model A Ford two-door sedan and what became of it. Fortunately for me, the lazy-eyed modeler, he's still out clearing the snow, and so we can still keep doing this. Alright then, we have to do this quick though, because my arch nemesis, Short Brief, and his evil minions may catch up with me any time, and I have to get out of here. So let us continue. And if you do not know about Short Brief, check out Atomic Dog 32. He mentions Short Brief in one of his Tossed Bones, I think. Anyway, let's continue with our discussion on the AMT Model A Ford. This is the box, and it has lovely artwork. There we go. And it's interesting in that the artwork's different on every panel. So there's the box top, a nice view of the Ford going down the road. There's one end which shows the front of the Ford, and it shows as part of the trophy series. There's the other end that shows the back of the Ford with the door open. Some nice artwork there. And you can see this sold for some time ago at $15 at an antique store. One side panel showing the drag racing Model A Ford and the paint that was once available. And last but not least, this side that shows sort of a cutout view of a Model A Ford, and then the Hemi engine that was optional. Okay? So that pretty much covers the discussion on this Model A Ford, the 1928 two-door sedan. And as I may have mentioned in the first video, this was produced once and only once. And then it's never been seen again in this form as a two-door. Now, as I said in the first video, this was sold by AMT, but originally it was designed and engineered for AMT by MPC. So I'm not 100% sure of how it all works out, but I guess MPC still had the rights to all the chassis components and fender components and whatnot for this kit, but perhaps did not have a right to do a two-door sedan. So they came up with something different to use the tooling that they had available to them. And that's what we're going to discuss now. Yeah. So, 2 years later, the two-door was 1963. In 1965, MPC brought out this kit. It's called the Wild Ones. You could build either a 29 Ford Roadster pickup or a 29 Woody. Now, the interesting thing about this, while we're showing the box top, is that you also got a bicycle in the kit, as well as this little figure called Hot Curl was available in the kit as well. The artwork, I think, probably is one of the first times where pictures of the built models were used for artwork instead of artist renderings like the 28 Ford, which I didn't even show there. So it shows on the side, it's pretty plain, Model Products Corporation, showing views of Hot Curl, the bike, and the truck and the Woody. The side view is the same type of thing. and then the end views are pretty much identical. So what basically happened was the chassis, the motor, the wheels, the bumpers, the grill shells, the lights, all that type of thing, very same as in this 28 two-door kit. The only difference is the bodies. For the Woody and the pickup, that was the differences. And I think the fender unit was changed so that the pickup could have the side mount spares, and the same with the Woody, has the side mount spares. So engineering wise, most of this kit came from 1963. The updates were 1965. And the unique parts of this kit, again, I will reiterate, is Hot Curl dude there with his surfboard and the bicycles. So that was that kit. Later on, it has been reissued. One of the reissues is this kit here from 1974, I believe, around that time period. And it's just a 28 Ford pickup without the Woody part of it. And there again, it's kind of just a plain box. It shows a side view there, and then shows some of the features on the side. Now in the case of this, I think some of the newly tooled stuff was the wheels and tires especially. I don't know if there was, I don't recall, it doesn't seem to indicate there was any hot engine, although there's this illustration on the side that shows a V8, so it might have, this might be just a hot rod version, I'm not sure. And then later on, the kits have been reissued again twice. And this is where I should have planned better. Mama says I should plan better, I should listen to Mama, but I don't always do that. Very good. This one, 1997. It came back out. You could you could build it as the Woody, or you could build it as the pickup, and you could do it either as hot rod or stock, as you can see in these pictures. And then again in 2001, it brought out again with the pickup in the Woody, and this time the bike was back in the kit, but no hot curl. So if you go to a model contest or show or flea market, and you pick up this kit and you see 2001 and you think, oh well, that's pretty new, the engineering should be good. Well, no, because it goes all the way back to 1963 when this came out. That's where, if you have the book like the Directory of Model Car Kits, you can look through it and see the history of some models and know that, hey, even though this says 2001 on it, and I think this is the last time this was out, maybe not, it might have been out since, but just because it says 2001 in the box doesn't mean the engineering is 2001. The engineering can go back to late 50s, early 60s, in this case 63. So anyway, that's our little history of the 1928 Model A Ford made by AMT. It eventually came out as an MPC kit because MPC originally engineered it, and then, as you probably all know, AMT eventually bought out MPC, so then it's come back out as an AMT kit 2 times. So these things go back and forth, and sometimes it helps to know the history of the model you're buying, to know how old the molds are, how old You know, you're going to get a lot of flash and seams perhaps, and older molds that may not fit as well and whatnot. Well, that is because, pardon me, it goes back so far. Okay, I'm circling around and around here. It's time for me to go. Short Brief might be catching up with me, and Herman, the concrete tiki god that was guarding the lazy-eyed modeler's woody workshop, he can only protect me for so long. So I'm going back inside and hide with my ma until Short Brief is gone. Anyway, when I have another chance and there's more snow and the lazy-eyed modeler's back out blowing snow, there's a series of Revell Model A's that I like to discuss under Styrene Archeology. Until then, bonne santé, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye now.